Almighty God, you have blessed us with memory, reason that you help us use it wisely in the service of our town government. We ask this in the holy name. Amen. Salute the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Celine, would you like to speak first? I know you're on your way to another meeting.
Yeah, I've been to the village of Champlain. I'm on my way to more. So first thing I want to share with you is our county properties that will be up for sale. There's a tentative day of June 23rd for the sale, the auction at the inn at Smithfield. So I have copies for you of the properties that are for sale and you can check out.
You? I want to tell you also about what's planned for the highway department for the town of Champlain this year. All of Lakeshore Road will be done, which is $1 million project from 9B right to the town of Plattsburgh. So you've probably seen that some of the culverts are being put in there right now. They're almost done, and so the whole road will be done. The other is La Valley Road. There's an area that floods there where what is considered the fly area. Is about 1,300 feet that is going to be raised. You probably are more familiar with it. And that's about a $165,000 project. So in the town of Champlain, those are the two. I've got one also in town Moore's. I also have some other reports here that I thought you might like. Summary of the recyclables and at our convenience station. Every once in a while we hear of them perhaps thinking of closing a convenience station. Of course, we have an agreement with them not to close them for another 16, 17 years. But you get an idea of why some of them might be costing us instead of making any money. So thought I'd give you a summary of those too. This was 2003. Champlain does very well, by the way, so I don't know how profitable we are, but at least we break even. Thank you.
Seems like I'm giving out a lot of paper tonight. And there are a couple other things I want to mention to you. You know how the county treasurer, the county remits taxes back to the school districts and villages and towns, the shortfall. People who don't pay their taxes, the county makes up the difference with the towns and the school districts to keep you whole. I thought you might like to see what they had to pay back to some of these areas. So again, give this out to you. Another program we have that's working very, very well is our installment payment of taxes. You remember about 4 years ago we started this where people could pay their taxes in installments. And every year the program grows. It's quite popular and it's helping people out so less people have to get foreclosed on their properties. So. You might want to see what the various towns, how many people are participating. And I'll just, instead of going around again, I'll leave a bunch and you can go around here. I don't want to take up all your time. Do you have any questions for me?
What about the sludge deal?
I knew you were going to ask about sludge. I understand in Shazy, the man who came and met with us from U.S. Filter has promised Shazy that he and We Care, or U.S. Filter and We Care, would clean up the Meany property. I don't know quite when they're planning to do this. Nothing's been done in Beekmantown because they're going on trial this month, the 19th and 20th, so Beekmantown and Hanover. But a couple of the towns have passed moratoriums, which is something you may want to consider.
Our lawyers, John and
I know Shazi's passed it, and I think Beekmantown or Moore's. I'll find out tonight when I go to Moore's, but they were talking about it. So, and I don't know what's happening in Moore's with the farm there. So, but that's all we know at this point. Anything else? I think I've covered everything for this round. So, you know where to reach me if you need me for anything.
I do.
If you will excuse me, off to Moore's.
Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak?
Yes. I'm going to make mine short because I'm going to have to leave. I have company from Sweden. The only thing I'm going to ask is that you review my questions, and can you give me a time frame as to when you're going to answer them?
Right now, we're working on it.
I understand you're working on a project, yeah.
We can get Miramar straightened out. Maybe next week, week after, within a month.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to be excused.
Before next meeting, you'll have an answer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait a minute,
Gerald.
Very much.
Yeah.
We're all hauling.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
This 5 minutes, Carol. I gotta go. I told him I'd be right.
In other words, you don't want an answer?
Well,
I'm afraid of that.
all right. I like to be there.
Go ahead.
I'd like to have Gerald here with me as well as Mr. Roberts, but apparently have other things to attend to. I'd like to clarify some of the information that was asked of me by several individuals concerning my position here at the town of Champlain. I find it very disturbing that Mr. Mayo is stating that I am compensated for overtime pay when I am a salaried employee. I am not a salaried employee and never have been. When I was hired 15 years ago, I was paid on an hourly basis, and I have remained hourly to this day. All time worked over 40 hours a week is compensated by overtime pay or days off equal to such time. It is true for all hourly employees. All overtime is pre-approved by their supervisor. Employees' timesheets are signed by the employee and approved and signed by his or her immediate supervisor prior to running a payroll check. All records are on file and remain so for a 99-year period. Another statement that was brought to my attention was regarding the total amount of compensation in the year that I received in the year of 2003. Again, I feel this needs further explanation. Over the past 15 years, I have accumulated several hours of sick time and vacation time. Recently, there have been changes to our personnel policy, decreasing the total number of hours allowed to be accumulated. This forced many of the employees to either take the time off or to be compensated for it. I chose to be compensated for the hours that were due me, therefore increasing my net earnings in the year 2003. I find it very puzzling that Mr. Mayo did not confirm these facts prior to stating them. I hope that any future statements made regarding the activities of the town and of the employees are confirmed through documentation rather than just hearsay. And this is what I wanted Gerald as well as Mr. Roberts to understand and to ask me if any questions. And I thank you for your time.
Anyone else?
On behalf of Champlain EMS, Ken LaPlante is ill tonight, so he wasn't able to attend. Our paid personnel are going very well. We enjoy having them and having them available. We've done a lot of very positive things. Presently, we're well over 100 calls for the year. We're averaging over 30 calls a month. Things are working out great. I'd also like to encourage the community to make sure that they post their house numbers in large numbers and reflective numbers on their homes as well as their mailboxes to make it easier for people to locate their homes. We've noticed that some people are doing that, but we'd really like to see everybody, buy into that. It's really tough in the middle of the night, and you're driving down the road in an emergency trying to find people's homes, and their homes aren't identified. So you're guessing and wasting, time. And that's all.
Roberts, 43 Smith Street, Rouse's Point. At the February town board meeting, I questioned the board about the process for addressing the board. I was told by the town supervisor that under attorney advisement, all questions needed to be submitted in writing. I did not agree with this policy and openly told the board about my feelings, but I accepted it because you had been told to do so by the town attorney. A short time after the February meeting, I read an article in the Press Republican where the town supervisor was quoted as saying that the attorney had not advised him of this, and it was totally his decision to ask taxpayers to submit questions in writing. This confused me, so I came to the March town board meeting. I again questioned the board's decision about submitting questions in writing. I also asked the board if the Press Republican's article was incorrect or was I blatantly lied to in February. Getting absolutely no response, I had to ask the question again. I was told by the town supervisor that if I wanted a response, I had to submit the question in writing. Angrily, I submitted my question to the town board that same evening. It has been 1 month, and I still have not received my answer, so I ask again. Was the press incorrect with their article, or was I blatantly lied to concerning attorney advisement about submitting questions in writing? I expect and deserve, as a taxpayer, an answer to this question.
I went for you. Anyone else? No one else? Move on to the meeting. Code enforcement officer's report. We have to approve the minutes of the meeting. Have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the March 9th meeting minutes.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Vote. John? Yes. Red? Larry?
Yes.
Joe's?
Yes.
Now for your review, monthly code enforcement report. Zoning board appeals for January and February. Okay, subdivision's been passed, and we have to have a form for them to fill out. Julie has found one for us, it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. She sent it to Murnane, he approved it, and we're looking for your permission to charge $10 per copy to anybody looking for the subdivision regulation. Have a motion on that?
Motion to accept this.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
All right.
We got a couple things here. Julie's got us some names for the zoning board and the planning board, and we have a letter from Bruce Seedlin, who's a zoning board chairman, and they would like to look at the names and talk about them, so we'll wait till next meeting and see what their recommendation is. This other is for your own information when they have the zoning board meeting. Who's on it, any years that they have left on it. On the next one is a seminar that Julia and Mike teacher would also like to attend. It's in Burke, and it's part of their education, continuing education. They'll get 6 hours credit for it. I'm looking for a motion on this. It's at the Burke Fire Station.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay, number 8 is Dennis Richards, license for a junkyard business. And Dennis has filled this all out. And what I'd like to do is send it to the zoning board for their recommendation. And then we'll have to schedule a public hearing on this.
Motion on that?
Yeah.
Make a motion that you send this junkyard business to the zoning board for their approval.
Do you have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The reason why I'm doing it, why I think they should see it is, they're the ones that are planning everything, and I think they should, yeah, they should have a chance to look at it. The next one is, Meredith has drawn us up that, our moratorium on the sludge, and, this is what we received from, Rodney Brown, like sludge, about sludge and hazardous waste. For your information. The letters from, Clinton County Planning Board. The next one is, a letter that we received. You guys, you want to do this, or you want to do this? It's a letter that we received from Gordon Hazen, and we had a meeting with him. We offered him $4,000, he didn't accept it. He sent back another contract. Asking for
And
that.
this other contract has been brought to our attention today, where he wants $5,100. And we're going to have to get together the next couple of days to decide what we do with this.
Okay. Hold it off.
The people want to know about it. It's, George Hazel sent us a contract for $5,100, a little less than $5,100 to operate for half a day for the rest of the year. And we just got this today, so board members haven't had a chance to look at it. And we're going to look at it in the next couple of days. And if we can find the money for the $1,100, we'll get it if we can, we'll send it forward.
Peggy, did you get a letter on this?
I did not. I was aware that it had been sent to you about a week ago.
Did she get a copy of it?
No.
I'll see that you get a copy of this, Peg.
Thank you.
And we have another letter from him where we asked him questions about funding, how much local funding, how much state funding, federal funding, and private donations. And he won't tell us. That's the second letter from him. Clinton County Health Department's having a free rabies clinic, April 22nd, 6 o'clock, 8:30, City of Plattsburgh Public Works Building. The next one is New York State Court System. Got grants out there, and Jack Favreau has wrote up another grant like he did last couple of years. Did a lot of work on it. And Jack is asking for, have you looked at that?
Yeah.
For a computer. Looking for a copy machine, recording equipment, 2 desk chairs, a fax machine, computer hardware, and 2 judge roles. I need your approval on this. I need a motion on this.
I make a motion that he looks for this grant. I think you're going to need it if this board in you.
No, I'm going to do it like this. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. This other one here, Friends of the North Country, they want to come in and they want us to spend money on this, and I talked to Jim King on hazardous, getting ready for emergencies, prepare for disaster and hazardous things that will happen in the town. And the county is willing to come in and work with us and set something up. We have a program now, but it's an old one, hasn't been updated in 10 years, 15 years, something like that. So we'd like to update it. I have a couple of councilmen, I'd like to volunteer to work on this.
I'll look at it.
Anyone else? Red?
Yeah.
Yeah, John Paul and Red. This next one is referring to state of New York, the statewide wireless network. For your information, but read it. Next one on local open station planning guide. Someone's here. Okay. On May 7th, we're having a senior celebration at the Trade Center in Plattsburgh. And it starts at 10 o'clock. I like permission to attend that PERMA conference in May 20th in Saratoga. Can I get a motion on that?
I make a motion that Bruce go to that Kramer conference.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's all I have. Buildings and edit. Clifford and Larry.
Nothing in the building committee.
Codes Department, Mike Tatro.
We have our AED machine or defibrillator. The box there to have it displayed came in. It's mounted at the end of the hall, and everybody got their certification from the course that we took from the EMS and Kendall plant, and that's it. So we're all set to go with that.
Tammy was one of the instructors too.
Yes, I couldn't think.
Grants Committee, John Paul and Larry.
We met this week, Larry and I, with engineer Bernie and Carr for put water on Route 11, and they're supposed to get back to us. Give us funds, they can get a grant for it.
Board of Assessment and Review, John Paul.
Nothing.
Highway Committee, Jules and John Paul.
Alan's got some stuff that he's gonna bring up here on the highway deal. And you didn't hear nothing on the chip money yet, right?
I did today.
Today?
Yep. I went today. I heard about it. We're gonna get the same thing we got last year.
We're gonna get it.
Yep.
And as soon as we get the price on blacktop, then we'll know how far we're on that road.
I got that too. I got that.
They got that on concrete?
Went up $1 from last year.
$1?
That may vary, but that's just roughly what it went up.
We'll get together then to see how far we're on our road.
Anything else on highway?
No.
Water and Sewer Committee, John and Larry.
Nothing besides what we brought up.
Yeah, just that we have a proposal for services from Bernie Carr. We will be taking a look at it in 3 days. I just received it today.
Landfill Committee, Jules and John Paul.
John Paul and I went up there 2 weeks ago and took a survey of the whole landfill, and there's very little work to be done there. And I contacted the highway superintendent and told him what had to be done. It's only probably a day and a half's work. Very good shape.
Town Clerk, Julie sitting in for Ralph. You got it?
Nope.
Okay. Highway Superintendent, Alan?
Well, I answered the question. We are gonna get our chip money. It'll be the same as last year. And as far as NCCS signs, last I've heard, they're gonna have them before school starts in September. And the price of tar went up $1.50 from last year. That makes very little bit. And I got a proposal for a road widener. And I got two of them right here. One from Gateway Equipment out of Syracuse for $6,000. And another one from Howard Fairfield out of Maine for $6,575. I'd like the board to decide what they want to do.
Is the one in Maine self-propelled?
No.
The other one's self-propelled?
Yep.
These are both used equipment?
Yep.
Did you look at the one in Syracuse?
Yep.
What did you think?
That was in good shape. It's old, but, you know, it's in good shape.
We looked at it. John Paul and I and Alan went and looked at it. We bought a mechanic with us also.
What was the figure?
6,000 for that one.
What was the price of the other one?
6,700.
But that was not self-propelled.
No, hooks behind the truck.
That was a hook at the piece of equipment.
I'll make a motion that the town let Alan spend $6,000 for his machine.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call vote. John?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Jules?
Yes.
And I vote.
That's it. I've been chipping sides of the road and putting in a few culverts here and there, and we're still not done yet.
I'll go back to the public. Anyone from the public have that? Okay, go to post audit bills, have a motion on that?
Actually, we're gonna add a bill. A bill from Lab Safety Supply for the plastic wall case for the defibrillator is $130.48.
Make a motion to accept the bill.
That's not the post audit bill. It's a regular bill.
Have a second?
The post audit?
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of monthly bills.
I'll make a motion, we approve the monthly bills with the new bill.
With that one added.
Yeah.
Have a second?
Second.
Any
Is
discussion?
this, we need buying to be on this bill?
Yeah, should be.
We have to put that on there if we can buy that.
We put that on this one. We'll do it.
Okay.
That machine is going on this one, we'll approve it.
Okay.
Okay,
On this monthly bill,
yeah.
I make a motion that we put the $6,000 on this monthly bill, please.
Second.
Okay. Roll call. John?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That's it. Make a motion, everybody make a motion that we adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Have a second? Second. All in favor? I want to reopen the meeting. I'd like to go into executive session. Jules, we're reopening the meeting. I'm going to go into, I'd like to go into executive section. Need a motion on it?
I make the motion, go, you get it for second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Make a motion,
We have to
meeting
adjourn.
closed.
Meeting will go to executive.